Normally we script these videos and I put together a plan, but after today's game, you getting it straight, raw, uncut, like 1980s, but pure booger sugar. After the intro. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Bonafide, and this is Section 240, a channel all about the Tennessee Titans, but from a fan's perspective. And look, if you came here or if you clicked on this video thinking we were going to give any type of accolades, any type of good commentary, stats, or anything like that, no, this ain't the video. Go check out my homies at Music City Audible, but this ain't that video, all right? This is going to be a rant on why Brian Callahan needs to be fired this week. Now, let me tell you something. I said this in a live stream. So if you were on a live stream, you heard me say this. I've been a Titans fan since before they were the Titans. Before they were the Tennessee Oilers, I was a Houston Oilers fan. I was a fan of Warren Moon. I was a fan of the team. Then they came to Tennessee, so it only fit that I would be a Tennessee Titans fan. I've been a fan when they were at the Liberty Bowl playing to people, and when the team, nobody wanted them. I'm a fan when they moved to Nashville playing at Vanderbilt Stadium, Adelphia Coliseum, then it turned to LP Field and all this. So I've been a Titans fan for a long period of time. And I've seen a lot of bad teams. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some good teams, seen some absolutely terrible teams. But this team, this coaching, now, this is specifically about coaching. There's a lot of things. Cam didn't have a really good day. The defense let Jonathan Taylor run all over them. That's not this video. I'm specifically talking about the coach, the head coach. Because at the end of the day, it all falls on his shoulders. It all falls on his shoulders. Bad defense, you hired the coordinator. Bad players can't tackle. You work with the GM to bring those players in or draft those players. So at the end of the day, this team is made up of what Brian Callahan wants. Now, let's get back to the point. I've watched a lot of Tennessee Titan football. A lot. I've been through the Ken Whisenhunt years. I actually went to Marcus Mariota's first game in Tampa Bay when the Titans and the Bucks played, and I thought, hey, that was a change point. And then we went like 3-14 this season. I don't even remember what happened. It was just a bad season. He got fired. What we saw today was worse than that. Let me tell you something. That was by far the worst coaching I have ever seen in my 40 plus years on this planet. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that our team was being led by him. I'm not even gonna go into it, but what happened at the let me put it to you. This is how bad it is. Jim Wyatt works for the Tennessee Titans. He writes for them. So he's going to be biased and favorable. Even Jim basically put out in his mailbag questions 16 that stood out at him at the game. He said that if you thought you was going to come to this article seeing somebody get eviscerated, nah, it ain't going to happen. But that basically means if I wasn't working for the Titans, I'd be lighting Brian Callahan up. Because even he said he couldn't understand what it was. It is just a complete debacle, bro. I have seen better coached high school teams, better coached FBS teams, better coached FCS teams, better coached HBCUs than what we saw out there. And this is the thing, dog. Do you know how long it's been since we won a Tennessee Titans game? Like the Tennessee Titans have won a game, had the W beside the name. We currently own the longest losing streak in the NFL. And that goes all the way back to last season. 9 games. A 9-game losing streak. We have lost to the Colts 6 times in a row. Dog, it's terrible. And this, unfortunately, is all on Brian Callahan. Let me tell you something, dog. You can agree with me, disagree with not, but the team has quit on him. The team has quit on him. There is a tweet that's going around. I don't know how true it is. I can't validate it, but it seems to be true. That Michael Pittman said that they saw during pregame warmups the team coming out sluggish, flat, not ready to play, and they said to themselves, "Oh, these dudes, they don't want to play today. They don't want to play today? Come on, dog." The team is picking up, and now this is the thing. Paul Kaharski said that it's a major indictment because I think he said Roger McCreary and Jerry Steve said they came out flat too. So how can you, it's the third week of the season. How are you coming out flat in a home game against a rival? That's coach. Let me tell you something, dog. I sound like Lou Young when we talk about that. Let me tell you something, dog. But yeah, it's just bad. He needs to be gone. I'm sorry, didn't work out for him. Technically, he should have been fired when Rand got fired. If you're gonna bring a new GM in, you're gonna have a new VP of operations and Chad Brinker, then get your new staff. Get your new staff. But right now, you just rip the Band-Aid off, because what this is and it cannot continue to happen. And I'm saying it can't continue to happen for Cam Ward's sake. Like, it can't continue. This can't happen. This is not the continuity that he wants. Justin Mello had a great tweet. I'm going to try to find it, and I'm going to put it right here. It had to do with continuity doesn't mean anything if you have incompetence. And that is what we have at the Tennessee Titans. The Brian Callahan is an incompetent football head coach. He's not a good play caller. He's not a good leader of men. He's not even a good OC, because he's never done this before. And he's making mistakes that, yeah, you could probably excuse it if this is his first year. Like, oh, he's trying to get it down. But this is his second year. He should understand the operation. But yet, we are making idiotic mistakes. Like, the end of the second half was basically foolishness. Anybody that was watching the game could see that he was playing for a field goal. Ran it 3 straight times instead of passing the ball, which your young quarterback had gotten into a rhythm. And what did he do? 3 straight times. He tries to trot Joey Sly out there for a 60-yard plus field goal, and he shanks it, gives the ball back to the Colts, and what do? I think they scored 3 points. In any case, it's just piss poor, dog. It's piss poor. We can't keep relying on Joey Sly to be the offense. Like, there's a running meme that's going around about Joey Sly. But just Joey Sly being like the milk cow that's just he's getting like absolutely milked to death. I'm glad we got him, because that used to be a problem. Especially, the only thing that's not wrong with this team is special teams. John Fassel is the only feather that Brian Callahan can put in his hat. Is that he said, hey, John Fassel, come work for me, run my special team. So, that's about it. The only bright spots that we have is Cam Ward will be a better quarterback move on. He's a rookie. Pick 6 is going to happen. It is what it is. Things like that. But he's a good quarterback. DK, great returner, punt returner. Could be a weapon on offense, but he's definitely making a difference in the game. Gunnar Helm showed out today. He came out and basically, I was holding out hope for Chig to say he's going to be tight end 1. That ain't happening no more. Chig need to be out of there. T1 is Helm. He caught the ball. He ran aggressive. He tried to get extra yards. He caught the ball securely. Elick Ayo-Matter. That is our number one wide receiver. I don't want anybody else talk about Cam, that Calvin connection. That's kaput. Ridley has had 3 games to show that he's the number 1 guy. He's not getting open. He's not catching the ball when it's thrown to him. He's not doing so. Yeah, but that's the only hope that we have is Elick and the rookies are doing what they're supposed to do. Otherwise, the only rookie that's really shouldn't have been drafted is Femi. Femi, that's a whole nother story. That's a project, a bust. He really shouldn't even be playing. But that's another thing. But that's coaching. Like, you pick up Femi Oladejo and try to and say, hey, that's what you're gonna do. Man, you would have been better served just putting James Williams right there and say, hey, James, I know we made you a stand-up linebacker, but we're gonna move you to the edge and see if you can rush the pass. But what do I know? I'm not the head coach. But yeah, he got to be gone. Now, you're saying bona fide, well, if he's gone, who are you going to put in his place? Look, let me tell you something. In this offseason, they brought over John Fassel, and they brought over Mike McCoy. Yes, the same Mike McCoy that used to coach the LA Chargers. Was it the LA Chargers? I think it was San Diego Chargers. It might have been the LA Chargers when he was coaching. But he has previous head coaching experience. So the continuity that Cam wants, maybe he can still get it. But, maybe he can get it because Nick has always been in his ear. He knows Nick. He knows Bo Hardegree. Let Mike McCoy be the head coach. He obviously, maybe not did so good in LA, but, he knows what he's doing here as a head coach. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can get out of this. But Brian Callahan has to go. And also, his dad, he got to go too. Because this offensive line, I don't care if we have injuries. I don't care if we had injuries. And this is the reason why I say I don't care if we had injuries. Did you see that Buccaneers game? Did you see the Buccaneers? Yes, Baker Mayfield brought them all the way back, and they ended up winning that game. But did you know that none of the offensive line that the Buccaneers had out there were playing in their original spots? None of the 5 offensive linemen that were playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were in their original spots, meaning that what they started the season in, they weren't in, and they still got the job done. When you watch Tennessee Titans football, it is a struggle. It is an absolute struggle. Everything is hard. Everything is difficult. And the only way you're going to change that is you got to change up the coach. I'm not saying Mike McCoy is a coach. I'm not saying that John Fassel wouldn't do a good job. I've seen some people recommend him to probably be the interim head coach because he provides that spark. He kind of understands the game. He's been around long enough. I would agree that he probably would need to get an interview at the end of the season. Or if they made John Bones Fassel the interim head coach, hey, couldn't hurt. But Brian Callahan and his dad, they got to go. I'm sorry, but they both have to go. If we want to see any kind of growth or progress out of Cam and these rookies, we need actual functioning, smart head coaches. And Brian Callahan is not that. But let me wrap this video up. You tell me in the comments. A, does Brian Callahan need to be fired? I would hope you would agree that he needs to be fired. And B, if he is fired, would you want to see Mike McCoy, John Fassel, or maybe Denard as the interim head coach? And maybe, who do you want to see us interview? Because it's looking like we need to start looking at potential head coach candidates. Just so. But hey, man, again, we probably going to talk more about this. Me and Trey going to talk more about this on From the Cheap Seats podcast. We're going to get that recorded this week because we definitely got a lot to talk about. So make sure you locked in with us. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. We streamed this earlier today. So appreciate everybody for the stream. But yeah, man. I usually end every video with there's a lot of room in the section for all of us, but there's no room in the section for Brian Callahan anymore. Or his dad. I'm sorry. All the seats are taken. Tighten up.